Thank you for tuning in to Hard News TV. I'm your host, Terry Lynn, and this is the channel where truth is like poetry, and sometimes people just can't handle it. Today is August 16th, 2016, and I've got some hard news for y'all that's a little bit old, but I was talking to somebody a few days ago about this, and they had not heard of it. It's almost a 10-year-old story, but it's still happening today. So it was first revealed almost 10 years ago, but like I said, it's still happening. It's an article out of Washington Post, an article out of USA Today, and the Daily Mail. Have you heard about China's execution vans that just take prisoners into these vans and cut them open and harvest them for their organs, and then they rush the organs off to the waiting airplane at an airport? So it sounds kind of crazy, but let's get into the story. This is Washington Post. Yes, China still harvests organs from executed prisoners. This is 2012. China is the world leader in capital punishment, executing thousands every year, according to Amnesty International of the officially secret statistic. A U.S.-based NGO estimates 4,000 executions in 2011 alone, which is actually half of their projected 8,000 in 2007. By comparison, second-rate Iran used the death penalty 360 times in 2011. The U.S. ranked 5th, using the death penalty 43 times. Another practice often accompanies China's capital punishment: organ transplants. In 2009, government officials publicly acknowledged that executed prisoners provided over 65% of organ transplants. The health ministry said that 10,000 organ transplants operations are performed annually. So this is just talking about the organs being harvested. But let's get into the actual vans. China's high-tech death van where criminals are executed and then their organs sold on the black market. The Daily Mail. And this is from 2009. Death will come soon for Zhang Yang, a corrupt local planning official with a taste for the high life. Yang solicited money from businessmen eager to expand in China's economic boom. Showering gifts on his mistress, the unmarried official took more than $1 million in bribes from entrepreneurs wanting permission to build skyscrapers on land which had previously been protected from development. Boy, if the United States killed people for, wanting favors and buying officials off, whew, we wouldn't have no officials. But Young, portly, bespectacled figure was caught by the Chinese authorities during a purge on corrupt local officials last year. He confessed and was sentenced to death. China executed 1,715 people that year, so one more death would hardly be remarkable. Disguised. The execution vehicle looked like a normal police van. But there will be nothing ordinary about Young's death by lethal injection. So they're walking him up into this van. They're going to give him a shot to kill him, to keep him from breathing. 1 minute he's walking from a building into the back of a van. They shut the doors. They inject him with the needle. Then they cut him open right there and go harvest his organs. So let's keep reading. Unless he wins an appeal, he will draw his final breath strapped inside the vehicle that has been specifically developed to make executions more cost-effective and efficient. In chilling echoes of the gas wagon project pioneered by the Nazis to slaughter criminals, the mentally ill, and Jews, This former member of the China People's Party will be handcuffed to a so-called humane bed and executed inside a gleaming new high-tech mobile death van. China calls it humane when they have the most inhumane record of any country. After trials of the mobile execution service were launched quietly 3 years ago, then hushed up to prevent an international row about the abuse of human rights before the Olympics last summer, these vehicles are now being deployed across China. The number of executions is expected to rise a staggering 10,000 people this year. Not an impossible figure, given that at least 68 crimes, including tax evasion and fraud, are punishable by death in China. Developed by Yinggan Auto, which also makes the bulletproof limousines for the new rich of the vast country of 1.3 billion people, the vans appear to be unremarkable. They cost about $60,000, can reach up to speeds of 80 miles per hour, and look like a normal police vehicle on patrol. However, inside, the death vans look more like operating rooms. Executions are monitored by video to ensure they comply with China's strict rules, making it possible to describe precisely how Zhang Yong will die. After being sedated at the local prison, he will be loaded onto the van and strapped to an electric-powered stretcher. What a horrible, horrible way to die. This then glides automatically towards the center of the van, where doctors will administer 3 drugs, sodium thiopental to cause unconsciousness, pancuranium bromide, y'all please don't kill me, I'm not a scientist, I don't know how to say this, to stop his breathing, and finally potassium chloride to stop his heart. Death is reputed to be quick and painless. How are they going to ask somebody if it was painless? Death is reputed to be quick and painless. Not that there is anyone to testify to this. The idea for such a modern scheme is rooted in one of the darkest episodes in human history. The Nazis used adapted vans as mobile gas chambers from 1940 until the end of World War II in order to make the best use of time transporting criminals and Jewish prisoners. Hitler's scientists developed the vans with hermetically sealed cabin that will fill with carbon monoxide carried by a tube from the exhaust pipes. The vans were first tested on child patients in a Polish psychiatric hospital in 1940s. Man, that hurts me. The vans were first tested on child patients at a psychiatric hospital in 1940. Do these children deserve this? The Nazis then developed bigger models to carry up to 50 prisoners. They looked like furniture removal vans. Those to be killed were ordered to hand over their valuables, then stripped and locked inside. As gas was pumped into the container and the van headed towards graves being dug by other prisoners, the muffled cries of those inside could be heard, along with banging on the sides. When the cargo dead, all that remained was for the gold fillings to be hacked from the prisoners' and victims' mouths before the bodies were tipped into the graves. Now, 6 decades later, like the Nazis, China insists that these death vans are progress. The vans save money on building execution facilities and prisoners in our courts, and they mean that prisoners can be executed locally closer to communities where they broke the law. So, let's keep on looking. Let's see. It's just really sad. Let me find that article that I was telling you about. Okay. Bear with me, please. I thought I had printed it off. Okay, let's see. China's high-tech van where criminals are executed and then their organs harvested and taken to waiting airplanes. China's deadly fleet of mobile execution vans linked to organ harvesting. USA Today, China makes ultimate punishment mobile. On death row, China's source of organ transplants. So, Chinese death vans, body parts for Americans. So, I just wanted to get that out to y'all. If you get a chance, go Google that and research it on yourself. It is a lot of information out there. But what a horrible, horrible world we live in when we kill people and sell their body parts to other countries and other people to make money. We are definitely in the last days. So y'all stay tuned. I've got a lot more news coming today. I'm going to be recording. I'm bringing y'all a lot of hard news on Hard News TV. Leave your comments below, and thank y'all so much for watching. Let's keep getting the hard truth out. God bless. Bye-bye.